During the time of slavery, just in general, that was real systemic racism. That was real oppression. The fact that you was not allowed to learn. You only learn what they want you to learn. That's total control. All right? Real oppression. They went through that, not us. Not us. And what you call oppression today, if you even want to define it, what's oppression today is really somebody's state of mind. It's a mindset. It's somebody's belief. That's all oppression is today. So for those who still feeling held back, the white boogeyman who you never even met, if you feel like they holding you back right now, they're the reason why you not where you should be or want to be, I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I'm going to apologize just for the sake of me saying that I really feel for you. I'm sorry that you feel that way. That's all. No need to throw in no insults or talk down to you. I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I am going to definitely tell you like this. You don't have to feel that way. That's your choice, too. You have the choice to not feel that way. That's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to leave it at that. Do what you will with it. Hopefully, you can shake it off literally and use these slogans instead. So, like I said earlier, this is a time of slogans and catchphrases. Now, here's a slogan that's right under everybody knows. You got to start repeating this to yourself. I can do it. You can do it. She can do it. He can do it. They can do it. How come we don't use those slogans? We use every other slogan to combat all these so-called issues. Well, they're real issues, but we use every other slogan like Black Lives Matter, defund the police, abolish the police, abolish guns, abolish prisons. Now, those last two, they're not as catchy or as famous, but it's out there. People trying to have a louder voice on that. But here's some phrases I grew up listening to all the time, and I know for a fact I don't hear these slogans nowhere on TV, nowhere. These famous 4 words: say no to drugs. If you want to know about some real oppression that's in your face, in everybody's face, as far as I'm concerned, especially if you're from the hood or from some high crime area, really doesn't matter where you're from. If you know about that slogan, say no to drugs. We used to say that and hear that, whether it's on TV, word of mouth. We used to hear that all the time. You don't hear that right now. It's almost accepted. You got a lot of people trying to legalize, or really they're trying to secretly push to legalize all drugs because that's supposed to somehow affect the illegal drug market. All right? And people don't think long term. People don't think about the possible consequences behind that. Everything has a consequence, by the way. So it's more like a sacrifice. But if you want to talk about some real oppression, drugs and alcohol. Now, I'm not going to put one over the other in terms of how bad it affects people. All right, it's literally apples and oranges. But both are literally the fruits of evil, period. Now, for those who are religion, all this ties in. All this ties in. I don't care if you're religion or not, but for those specifically who are religion, y'all know about God telling Adam and Eve to stay away from that forbidden fruit. And what did they wind up doing? Well, today's forbidden fruit, these apples and oranges, which is a metaphor, by the way, for these drugs and alcohol. You know to stay away from it, but why are we still consuming this? Why are we putting this in our bodies right now? Why are we allowing, especially drugs, but alcohol too, why are we allowing these things to oppressors right now. Now, this is a race thing, so I gotta speak specifically about Black America, even though this is an American problem. I'm getting straight to this. The real oppression comes in. All you gotta do is ask somebody who's currently addicted to drugs right now, alcohol too. Let me speak on drugs for a second. Just ask somebody. Sit them down. This should be your homework assignment. Just ask them, say, hey, why are you still using this? Just stop. I want you to literally just snap your finger and just tell them to stop doing what you're doing and just ask them, why are you doing things you know you got no business doing? Why are you doing these things that you know is ripping you apart from your family? It's destroying your relationship. It's destroying you, both physically and mentally. Why are you doing this? Why are you choosing to put this drug, whatever it is you own, you putting this drug over everything, family, career, your own life, other people's lives? Why are you doing this to yourself? Stop. Try to find what the answer gonna be. Just ask them. Just ask them straight up. Why don't you want to quit? Just ask them. What is holding you back? Now I'm telling you the answer the whole time. I already said it. But just ask them. Why don't you want to quit? Why are you being held back? Who and what is holding you back? 100% of them, they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you. But let me tell you what 100% of them is not going to say. They're not going to say it's the white man. They're not going to say it's racism or systemic this, systemic that. That's what they're not going to say. Know that right now. That's what they're not going to say. 100% of them, what they're going to tell you is pretty much what I'm speaking of the whole time. Addiction. Addiction, it takes over people's lives. Drugs and alcohol. You definitely can be addicted to both, and it definitely ruins lives. Again, it ruins relationships, it ruins families, it ruins careers, it stops kids from growing up. Know this reality right now. It stops kids from being born. Look at those mothers who depend on how much they're using the drugs while they're pregnant. Whatever damage they're doing to themselves, they're doing it to them kids too. All right? There's nothing good about drugs. Drugs, illegal or not, especially the illegal drugs that's flooding these streets in the black community, that is today's forbidden fruit. Period. Period. This is stuff we already know. This is not supposed to hit you like a ton of bricks. You know this already. And so you got to ask yourself, you know what you're not supposed to do. For those who are not addicted to anything, you know what you're not supposed to do. Why are you doing it? Why are you about to do it? For those who are about to put whatever you're about to put in your body right now, whatever you're about to drink, you know you got no business doing it. Why are you doing it? Then again, when it comes to real oppression that's in everybody's face right now, talk to anybody who's addicted to drugs, because that's the real oppressor right now. Period. That's the real oppressor right now. Don't take my word for it. Just go find somebody who's on drugs right now, who's using drugs right now, who's getting high right in front of you right now. Talk to them and ask them why they can't stop. Ask them what's holding them back.